Ollie Hayes, who has just released his new single, Fallen For You, and he's joined me so you can find out about the release of the single, what it's been like. Firstly, a massive congratulations on the release of an amazing song, Ollie. What's the response for Fallen For You been like?
Thank you very much. It's been very positive. It's been just great. It's just been wonderful. I'm so glad that people have been so kind about it and taking it into their lives. It's a song that I'm just so proud of, and yeah, hopefully there'll be a video to it. Hopefully, if I can kind of get one organized. So yeah, but I appreciate it so much. Yeah.
No, it's a great song. I really do like it.
Thank you very much.
So what is it like releasing a song? Do you find you have any nerves, or is every song released different?
I find it very stressful. I found this one very stressful. When I did Dealing with a Broken Heart, I kind of lined all of the promotion up. Whereas with this one, I've tried to not be too in your face, kind of with it, simply because I've got this song and then I do have other songs coming out soonish after. So I kind of just wanted to make sure the promo was short and to the point, but still engaging, which I hope, I'm guessing it must have been, because people have listened to it. So yeah.
No, that's great. So what was the inspiration behind Fallen For You?
I'd be lying if I could say I know. It was really just inventing words. It was songwriting to syllables and to sounds. Like, I've done a lot of research on Max Martin, and apparently his melodies are based on that. Based on the sounds of the words that you're singing is more important than the words making sense to begin with, and then you refine it. But so I think the Fallen will have just been me going da da, which is like a drawn out A sound. So I will have just come with the first thing with that. But like I said in our previous chat, I thought it was about nothing, and then it's about specific, oddly specific things. So I also think in the last chat, I said I hadn't dropped a phone on my face. I have. I definitely have. And it did hurt. So even that bit's true. Yeah, that's what Fallen For You is about. Nothing in particular, but oddly specific bits of my life.
Yeah, I like that. So how did you come up with the artwork for the single?
This is going to sound really weird, but I squatted in a field. That's what I did. The rapeseed, well, I shot it a long time ago. It was in April. I shot the cover, and a lot of the fieldy images that I've put on the promo was shot at the same time. And so yeah, when we did it the first time, me and the photographer, I was like knelt down so that it was halfway up, so it looked like I was kind of swimming. I was going to change the color of the flowers, but then I quite liked the yellow. I don't know why. I think it's bright. It's something. It's open. So that happened. But what I was going to say was we shot that in April, and I was super happy with it because we were trying to get pastel skies in the background. Incidentally, the one that we chose, you can't even see the sky. So we went back in May to shoot the acoustic version in the fields by Wello that's on my YouTube, and it's either on my YouTube today when this comes out, or it's on my YouTube some point this week. It'll be on my socials. When we did that the second time, it was up to like almost chest height. So in maybe 3 weeks, it's gone from just hitting my knee to being up there. So I was trying to get into this bit of the field, like wading through this rapeseed stuff. And yeah, to be fair, it would have been easier to shoot the shot the second time. But It is what it is. But it was great fun and it was lovely. It was lovely. I like days like that. I've always
Yeah.
had a thing. I personally enjoyed the first lockdown because I did a lot of walking and a lot of just being outside and doing things that I didn't normally do. I'm normally in a studio.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. So it's like there's always something to do. Whereas the lockdown is like I didn't really have anything to do. I'd already done Mad Love. I was kind of waiting for everything to cool down a bit. And what was nice about taking that shot was it's a weird full circle thing.
Yeah.
It's just it's like what I was doing last lockdown, walking around in the sunshine, going along the fields and,
Yeah.
just looking countryside views. It's yeah, it's odd. I'm finding the more I talk about this song, the more things I'm finding within it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that was the cover shot. The cover shot didn't take very long either. It
Yeah.
was a happy accident. I knelt down, we took the photo. It's like, oh yeah, that's good. Let's just take it again to make sure everything looks good, like on your face. I'm not pulling your face out or something. Which I'm bad at. Closed eye photos,
Yeah.
horrific.
Yeah. I'm usually both eyes closed as well.
The worst one. But yeah, and that was it. That was right at the end as well. I don't think what we did after that was shoot a first version of. It's on the Spotify canvas for it.
Yeah.
We playing the guitar, all of that stuff for Spotify canvas was shot after we shot the cover art. But that was all we had time to do.
Yeah.
We shot that stuff for the canvas, and then the sun was too low, so we left and ate some bang average fish and chips afterwards.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So, are there any plans for a music video?
Yes, there are. There are. It's just I wanted to do it in May,
Yeah.
but it was raining all the time.
Yeah, it's
And
horrible.
I need the sunshine for what it is. So yes, there are plans. I've
Yeah.
just got to get it done, but it might be a slight wait for it, just because life, just because of life. But yeah, there is a plan to do a music video for sure.
Good. Looking forward
And
to seeing it.
I've kind of said it now, so I've got to do it as well, which is
Hold you to that one. So will Fallen for You be part of an EP or an album? And if so, has it inspired any of the rest of the songs that'll be on it?
it's part of an album. There's the next song is a song called Online that sounds nothing like it. Nothing even remotely like it. And then what I did with Mad Love, I always think when you write it, you see things that other people just like, what are you on about? But Mad Love, for me, the first half sounds a certain way, and then the second half sounds a certain way.
Yeah.
I discard Dark One when I say that because that fits with the first half a bit more, and I think Mad Love is the bridge between the two. So it's kind of I would swap Dark One to the first half for this comment, but what I've done with this is the same thing, kind of, sort of. I've done that. So Falling for You is like right at the end.
Okay.
There's only one song after it, and it didn't inspire. It didn't inspire anything, to be honest. Nothing inspired anything. They're all really individual, which is why when I call it an album, for me, it's an album of work, but it's not a coherent one. It is just like a collection of these songs. So I've tried to make them as coherent as possible, but I don't think that they are. The lot more I've sat with it, I just think it's essentially a playlist. If I was going to do an album, I've now learned enough from this to know how to do it right. And not that I said this was going to be an EP, and it became an album because it's like, oh, I'll put that one on, put that one on. And I just said, keep writing, see what you got. And then at the end, there was like just so many songs. It was like, okay, we'll just go with that. And all of the songs will have B-sides. Not all of them, all of the singles will.
Yeah.
So there will be more than the album as well. I don't know. I'm good at this, aren't I? I can't remember the question. I think it was it the start of an album? Yes, it's the start of it, but it's not the start of an album that sounds like that. What I might do, it depends if I can write them and record them in time. I like the vibe of this song and where it sits with me. So I might push back the rest of it and do another 3 songs and make an EP that's like Fallen for You, songs I like for the summer. So I might do that. But realistically, I'm not going to do that. I'm not. Because otherwise I'm just going to be sat on everything else. But yeah, I always do this. I contradict myself. I like the idea and then I go off it 10 minutes later.
So finally, what's next for you?
What's next? Music video is the next one. Also, there'll be an anniversary for Mad Love. I don't know what I'm going to do for that. I keep changing my mind. I'm really not very good at sticking to a plan. The Mad Love is the next thing. Straight away after, it'll be a year of dealing with a broken heart, which is kind of nice and lovely. And then there'll be Mad Love, which I've got to look at. I said on the live streams I wanted to do an acoustic version of the Mad Love EP because everyone really liked that. So I might do that. Yeah. That might be what I do. To commemorate a year of it. And then kind of leave it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's just because I have this weird thing where I just hate everything I do after I've done it. But then after that, towards the end of the summer, will be the next one. Yeah. And it's called Online. I can tell you that. It's called Online. And it's nothing like this one. It's just not. And that's what I want to do with the record as well, because nothing is coherent. All of the songs that are released on their own will have different looks. So this flower powery vibe of this one is just doesn't work with the next one. It's not about that. So I guess that's what you have to look forward to. Lots of, not surprises, but lots of changes and dipping and diving between things. And then there is an album, and that will be out October, November, I want to say, with hopefully extended, hopefully like, so going back to going on a long loop with what I'm trying to explain. The reason I decided to make a lockdown album was because I watched Taylor Swift's Folklore documentary on Disney Plus and was like, she just went for it, she did it, and it was done. And then McCartney 3 came out at the same time. So I was like super exposed to all of this kind of, yeah, I wrote it in lockdown, it was great fun, it was thingy. I was like, why don't I just do that? So I did that when we went back in England to lockdown. And so coming full circle, because I was watching that, I was listening to a lot of Taylor Swift and Paul McCartney. But this point is more specific with Taylor Swift. She re-released the Taylor's version one that she did. And I was listening to it and was thinking, wow, this is great. And then realized there's like, when you go onto the original version of Fearless, there's like Fearless Deluxe, Fearless Platinum, Fearless Super Deluxe, like all of these different versions. So I don't want to do like 12 million different versions, but I do want to have a version where if I can get artists to do it, to do the songs as like duets, like featuring other artists.
That'd be good.
Was like an extra version. And then towards Christmas, like I want to do a Christmas song. Yeah, so there would be, when it comes out, there needs to be enough time for me to then do a Christmas song. And then at the start of next year, I think that's enough. I think people have had enough of me from June till December. So then that's it for a bit. Not for any other reasons other than, you know, I'll have a new record that I'll be preparing and working on. And I just think that that's the right time to, it's going to be a full-on 6 months. Fallen for You is the longest gap.
Yeah.
So between Fallen for You and online will
Yeah.
be the longest that you'll have to wait for new things, because in between Fallen for You is all of the Mad Love's a year and Mad Love did this and that kind of thing between. So in the future, I'll be around for 6 months non-stop. And with any luck, the only way I want to play live is if I can get support shows for other people.
Yeah.
I don't want to do shows of my own, just because I don't want the stress. I want to keep creating. I don't think I've got enough songs to play live yet to warrant me doing that. But if people want me to come and play like 2 or 3 before they play, I'm down. But yeah.
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to seeing everything that's coming up, so it'll be good.
Well, it'll be great. Don't worry. I'll make sure that we do this again for online, if you want to. That is.
No, definitely. You're always welcome.
The whole album, because I think the whole album, I haven't shown anyone the whole album yet.
Yeah.
There's me, the producer, and like 2 other people. I say anyone, like 2 other people. And that's it. No one else has heard the whole thing. So I'm looking forward to seeing what people think when they hear it and go, this is mental. Makes no sense. So yeah, we've got that to look forward to.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to it.
Glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. So am I. Very excited.
So a massive thank you, Ollie, for joining me on my channel. It's been great to chat with you. For anyone who hasn't checked out Fallen for You, please go and give it a listen. It's an amazing song. And I'll leave all of Ollie's links in the description below so you can go and check it out. Thanks very much, Ollie.
Thank you so much for having me, and happy June.
'Cause I'm falling for you, yeah, falling for you. And I know I sound dramatic and I hate that it's true.